John Bennett's involvement with the St. Jude Memphis Marathon goes all the way back to its very first year, 2002, when he and his buddy Dave ran the course together.
What a great memory, the first inaugural. From a standpoint of the first run, you look back and you just go, man, that was so small. We basically parked wherever we wanted to. There was no real parking limitations. And from the time that we finished, we just got in the cars and left. There were people wearing trash bags to stay warm, to try to retain the heat, because the materials have just changed significantly in the running community. But, it was a good atmosphere. It was just very small.
But it wasn't the smallest St. Jude Marathon event John would participate in. That would come in 2012, when Dave suggested John join him in running again. Only this time, John, a military reservist, was deployed in Afghanistan. So he organized a race day half marathon on the forward operating base where he was stationed. The day dawned cold and bleak in Ghazni as about 25 men and women lined up to run in their military clothing.
It was probably 25 degrees when it started, 20 degrees. It was just burr cold. I would say half of the course that I did was large gravel, which is just miserable on your ankles. On some parts of it, there was still ice. So you did have to sort of navigate around some of the ice. And there were a couple times where, we had to move to the right because there were some tracked vehicles that were going out on mission. We're at an elevation of 7,000 feet and it's barren. Everything's brown. All the facilities are brown. There was nothing pretty about the run.
But they didn't do it for the scenery. They did it for St. Jude. And in sharing the mission of St. Jude, John also hoped to inspire his fellow troops with the example of the children and families seeking treatment there.
The whole message in the military at the time was being resilient. The military was going through a lot of PTSD issues because people were being deployed, multiple tours of duty. And that takes a weight and toll on a family, takes a weight and toll on the soldier and young kids that are, enduring cancer and in a recovery, possible recovery, hopeful recovery. They're just very resilient in how they approach it. Resiliency is not just a word, but it connects to a mission like at St. Jude, just as well as it connects to the mission of the military forces. So I was trying to get soldiers to think about something else when it came to resiliency, other than just the constant hearing of, I'm told I need to be resilient. I got to be resilient, right? But if you make it about something else other than yourself, then that sort of helps people put things into perspective, I think.
After returning home to the United States, John eventually came to work at ALSAC, the fundraising and awareness organization for St. Jude. He's since then retired his running shoes, but is volunteering at the St. Jude Memphis Marathon this year. I'm Caleb Suggs, and this has been St. Jude Soundbites, stories of St. Jude Children's Research Hospital told by patients, parents, donors, volunteers, and others.